Now for the Sports Six Pack with Andrew Rogers.
It's that time again. Sports Six Pack with my main man, Shane Schillerberg. You sent us your questions. We have those loaded up. But before we get to those, I want to tell you where you should be enjoying a six pack right now. And I mean it right now. It's either you're on your way there or you're cracking open your first beer with us, because you need to be at Hale Varsity Club enjoying all the refreshments, all the great food, all the great games, tons of bowl games on TV tonight. That's what you should be doing. Get your Heine over to Hale Varsity Club and enjoy some of our six packs that we like to offer. Shaner, you have all of those questions loaded up. I want to hear your voice. Let's go.
Well, I'm here at HVC and enjoying my six-pack.
Question number 1.
3 new recruits make their way to Lincoln. What is one thing we should know about all 3?
All 3. This is 3 questions in 1.
Bonus.
Yeah, bonus for everybody else but me, because I only get 1 beer here. Let's see here. We'll start with Princewell Umanmielen. That may be my new favorite name. Well, he's a 4-star edge rusher. He's ranked in the top 300 national recruits for this recruiting class. Something you should know about him: he came from the same high school as O'Shawn Mathis. And I'm not saying that he is the next O'Shawn Mathis, but what I did like about him was his agility and ability to get to the quarterback. But one knock on him, and this is something that I think he could really work on once he gets to Nebraska, is having a faster first step. When the ball is snapped, he's not really the first one to go. He doesn't have a lot of speed right off the edge. But where he makes up for that is in agility. He gets around his linemen quickly, puts pressure on the quarterback, and that's where his movements become more smooth, if that makes sense. Mason Goldman, he is the local kid from Gretna. He joins a very crowded offensive line grouping in this recruiting class. Something that I really just like about him is he's a local kid. Like, he's the epitome of a homegrown Husker. So he's playing for his hometown team, and I think that drive and that fight will automatically be there because he's fighting for the team he grew up loving and adoring. So I expect to see him climb the ranks quickly once he gets to Lincoln. And then lastly, Jason Machajak, he flipped his commitment from North Dakota to Nebraska. And what do I like most about him? Well, he's familiar with the program because he participated in a lot of summer camps. At least so I read. But, I think it's his versatility that I like most. That he can play on the D-line and be successful defensively. And that may actually suit him better right away once he gets to Lincoln. So I love the versatility that he brings. And look, he's a big body, right? Yeah, I mean, he's a big boy, and he can I think he weighs in at like 320 pounds. I know I kind of got, in a daze there, but he's got great lateral quickness, great awareness at the line. And I just love the way he can sense pass rushers offensively. So that's really good there. But also, because he can sense it so well, he knows what it takes to do it defensively.
Wow, that was a bonus. You really went like 9-pack on that one.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Give me another 6, Shaner.
Nebraska takes on Queens tonight. What's your favorite betting play? And are there any prop bets too? I mean, are people going to say like, the queen of this or any of that kind of stuff?
I doubt that. I mean, you know what? If it were the Super Bowl, that prop bet would be present. But I don't know if it's happening in the battle in the vault. My favorite bet, what's the line? Didn't it move to 11? I think Damon and I were talking back and forth over text about that. You know why people reach out to me for Nebraska game, Shaner?
Why is that?
Because I always get them wrong. So they're just taking advantage of my poor ability to predict college basketball.
I like that.
So thank you to all the people out there that have a lot of faith in me. Okay, let me see where it closed at.
So I need to pay a little bit more attention when you talk about this.
Yeah, because you could make a
Yeah,
lot of money. You know what? Queens right now is plus 13 at minus 105. When we chatted, I thought they were talking about plus 11. Plus 13 is a lot of points. I may take Queens on the spread. Give me Nebraska to win, of course. But when it comes to how close this matchup could be, Queens presents a lot of problems. A lot of good players on that Queens NC side. So I like the plus 13.
Question number 3.
What'd you like most about Omaha's win over Denver last night?
What? How do I want to put this? They took the lead. I really like that they took the lead and ran with it. And I know that's kind of like a cop-out answer because they did end up scoring, what was it, like 46 points in the second half. But this is something I did not see from Omaha last year. And I know it's a completely flip-flopped group, excuse me. But they still have to manage to pull that off. And the fact that they did that so early on in the opener of Summit League play, they had a very tough non-con schedule. They were valued as the second worst team in the Summit League coming into the season. And they took down a team that's in the middle of the pack, a team that started with like a 9-3 record going into Summit League play. Kudos to Omaha to take the lead and run with it, even when Sutton didn't perform at his best. Everybody else stepped up, and you got great production off of the bench. There were 34 bench points. You had 18 second chance buckets. You only turned the ball over 8 times. You just really had an all-out beautiful effort on the floor by the Mavericks, and credit them, like I said, on not taking their foot off the gas. When they went into halftime tied and then just completely annihilated the Pioneers in the second, that's something that I think Omaha can take and ride. That's good momentum. That's what they call good momentum, Shaner.
Have you gotten a team that you look forward to Omaha playing? Is Denver one of those teams?
No, I think
Not quite yet.
I think I'm really excited to see how they face off against Oral Roberts, and that's coming up here. And Oral Roberts is the pre-ranked 1 in the Summit League. So let's see how they fare against them, because if they keep the game close and or win that game, because if they play like they did against Denver, they could beat any team in the Summit on any given night. I would love to see that matchup, and I think the prep is going to go well because they have a lot of confidence building off of this Denver win.
Thank you for answering that. I just finished nursing my beer.
Question number 4.
What do I do if I have Jalen Hurts in the fantasy playoffs and he doesn't play?
You shake your opponent's hand and you say, congratulations on the victory prior to NFL starting this weekend.
Easy enough.
No, I have Jalen Hurts in 2 leagues. I know how you feel. He wins more matchups for you than he loses. And not having a guy like him this late in the season, I don't have a backup quarterback in either of those formats because in one, it's a dynasty league, and I'm preserving Trey Lance right now. And in another league, it just wasn't needed because he just took up space. And, what's the point of having 2 quarterbacks when you have Jalen Hurts? So, I'm in the process of looking at picking up Trevor Lawrence right now. I'm eyeing up Deshaun Watson, even though he hasn't had the best start to this season. And Jared Goff's available in another league. So keep an eye on those 3. Trevor Lawrence is kind of the sneaky one for me. If you look at his numbers over the past few weeks, I believe he has, and maybe the last 4 weeks, 280 yards in every game, or maybe that may be the average, 14 touchdowns and only 1 interception. And that's something that's maturity that we did not see early on this year from the young kid out of Clemson, especially with the year he had last year.
Question number 5.
If you rearrange the letters in your name, what's something funny you could spell?
Okay, let me write this down. I got to write down my name so I can see my letters on paper. Am I just doing first name?
Whatever you want. You could probably do one or the other. I know I couldn't.
Drawn, Drawen. Drawn. I don't know if that counts. That's not really that fun either. I can't take those vowels anywhere. I gotta. What about WR? Reand. Silent W. Reand. I'm gonna go with that. WREAND. Reand.
You want to know what mine could be? I could be Haynes.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
underwear.
Yeah, you
I mean,
could.
Michael
That's
Jordan
funny.
might have it. Michael Jordan might have it as a sponsor, but I've got it as a
Hey,
name.
we all know you like to have your head on Michael Jordan's crotch.
Question number 6.
I see you quickly moved on there, Shaner.
I quickly moved. If you could be in the Guinness Book of World Records, what record-breaking feat would you attempt?
Have you ever read the Guinness Book of World Records, Shane?
Not since like 1988.
I don't even know like what records are in there anymore because there are so many ridiculous ones. Okay. I don't even know. What name a world record, Shaner? You
There's
know
pretty
one?
much a world record in everything. Everything that there could be a record of is, the best one is the world record. So there's pretty much a world record when it comes to everything.
You know what's crazy are the people that like grow their fingernails out to insane distances.
Now,
I know.
some of these records, you have to go through a lot. You got to get somebody there. You got to write up all this kind of stuff for it. You got to prepare for it, and then I mean, some of it goes into a lot that goes behind it. Maybe more than what you want to put into it, but there's a lot of different records you could have, Andrew.
All right. So I just looked up the 10 records to break while you're at home. You ready for this?
Let's do it.
The first one on the list is most socks put on 1 foot in 30 seconds. It's 28 socks on 1 foot in 30 seconds. How do you do that?
Jeez Louise.
That's about a sock a second. That's crazy. Tallest toilet paper tower in 30 seconds. That could be fun. Most Smarties eaten in 60 seconds blindfolded using chopsticks.
Wow.
Who comes up with some of these? Fastest time to assemble Mr. Potato Head. Yeah, let's go with fastest time to eat a 12-inch pizza using a knife and fork. 23.62 seconds, Shaner.
And do they make the book still? Because I mean, the book's got to be. I know they stopped making the phone book. I believe they did because it was just got out of control.
Right.
I believe the book would be out of control with all these records in it.
Hey, I'll tell you what, though. I guess I'm going to attempt the sock one because that seems easiest, but I'm not beating that record. It's going to take me a long time.
Feeling tipsy yet? Catch more of Andrew Rogers from 7 to 9 in the morning on Hail Varsity Radio.